going on, y'all? We got an update from Upchurch. He's a real one, so let's see what's happening. Don't forget to hit the like button. Also, hit the hype button as well. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.
This conversation coming out about the music industry. And you see, your boy understands what they're talking about and what they're saying and what it means. These independent artists who never let go or sold off their catalogs, the catalogs, all y'all out there who didn't sell your catalog off, in the very near future, that mother is going to be extremely valuable. Extremely valuable. You're talking hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases. And the industry knows this. They know. They know they have devalued their version of music because of how it's been handled, how it's been paid to play, how it's been forced and mass produced, and they have made these artists and put them out there, and their stories don't match their songs, and you know, it's just like it's a white ribbon participation trophy, which is way in the future way less valuable than the mother who has the blue ribbon and didn't pay to get the blue ribbon. And they know this. Oh, they know. And listen, I'm not being a hater. This is not about personal preference or whether these songs are good or bad. This is business I'm talking about. The songs could be good. It doesn't matter. This is business. Because in the world of business, everybody's trying to find the next version of something that is tradable and sellable that is valuable, right? That's why you see all this cryptocurrency coming out and them weird PDF like melting monkeys they making people buy, like the pictures or whatever it was, and just nothing was sticking. Music sticks around forever, and it's always something that could be traded and sold. Look at Michael Jackson. Look at Mac Miller. Mother clearly fought for their catalogs and stole them, and they defamed these people when they wouldn't sell it to try to make the value go down, and it just really didn't work. And that birthed after that independent artists.
Yeah, the industry is disgusting. Look at what they did to Michael Jackson. And I feel like I've referenced that so many times within the last week or so, but it's something that pops back up all the time with people making fake accusations about him so they could earn money and help destroy his legacy. Meanwhile, he was beefing with record labels when that rumor got started. His sister, who was dating a record executive, got taken to some other country and allegedly, according to her, made to make some announcement talking about Michael Jackson and accusing him of some disgusting things, right? And the way she tells it, she felt like she had no choice. Not that long after, she came out and let it be known that that's not really what was going down with Michael Jackson, and pretty much the other details, the way she felt she was forced to have to say that. But yet for years, there has been a plethora of people that try to take down people like Michael. Now, the same exact thing with Michael Jackson happened to Drake recently. People were dancing and celebrating to him being accused of horrible crimes, dancing. And then when he sues the record label, the people that he was beefing with before the Kendrick Lamar beef, and lets it be known, hey, they are pumping slanderous things about me in order to lower my worth, so I wouldn't have to, or they wouldn't have to pay me what I'm worth as an artist. Now they could just give me whatever. Everyone, oh man, you just hate Kendrick. Let it go. You don't know how to lose a battle. Are y'all insane? Drake just put out 3 albums back to back and is still under the same label. Think about that. What type of deal does he have where he put out 3 albums in one day and is still held to that contract? But no, y'all just want to ride Kendrick Lamar. and not look at what's happening right before our eyes, the artist that's beefing with the industry and the artists that the industry are pumping.
Now, here's where it gets interesting, because there are not very many, if hardly any at all, independent artists that are truly independent, that truly have done this independent. I'm going to toot my own horn for a minute. I'm one of the only ones who has gotten this big that has legit been independent the whole time. It evolved to a point where they were creating independent artists under other sister companies and stuff, and they really were not independent. They're just selling it as independent because being independent is hot right now. They're really trying to get rid of the true independent artists because they want to gain that value. But it's backfiring right now, and everybody's finding out, well, this guy's really not independent, and this guy's not, and they're also finding out who really is independent, who really has the value. Look at the people in the past who were signed, were successful as signed artists, and then was like, you know what? It's more beneficial to me and it's more valuable as an artist to switch from what they would switch from mainstream to independent. Perfect example, Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson's dead now because he was on his way to be independent.
I promise you, I didn't know he was going to mention Michael Jackson. That's crazy. Great minds think alike. Yeah, that's a fact. There's a lot of artists that they beef with the labels, realize I can make a lot more money being independent. I could have a lot more freedom. I got a name. There's people that know who I am. Why do I need this label? I can hire people to do what the labels do. Their whole team, I got enough money, I can hire a team to market and brand and all this other stuff. What I need this label for? And that's when the label goes after you. Tory Lanez just got out of his deal, became independent before the Meg Thee Stallion situation. Drake is currently trying to get out his deal. Michael Jackson was getting out of his deal. And not only that, this dude had a whole lot of power, more power than other artists, because he was buying rights to music and he owned a percentage of, I think it was Sony or something like that. He had a lot of publishing, from other artists too as well, but he was leveraging that to use as a way to get freedom from record labels, not just himself, but other artists as well.
Mac Miller, I'm pretty sure, was on the same wavelength, dead. He was on his way to being independent. In the past, the independent artists who wanted to stay independent got shut out. For example, Jimmy Martin, bluegrass player. They're trying to control the independents because they know the independents will soon take over and be the more valuable player in this game. Now, as we were talking about last night, look at my situation. Very, very rare situation. Very huge, very rare. I'm probably the only artist, I'm not sure about on the planet, but definitely in America, I've looked, that has this many successful albums, that has actually gotten this big with the help of my people, and still nobody owns Ryan Upchurch. Now, what does that mean? That means, look at me. I'm sitting up here on a whole load of very valuable now, extremely valuable in the future. Yes, talking in the hundreds of millions of dollars of value. And here's how you know there's groups of people in the industry that's mad about it and want me to not exist. Me as an artist, with my music catalog and my situation with being independent, is so valuable that these motherfuckers try to ruin my credibility, devalue me, as they steal shit from me and try to sell Upchurch memorabilia because it's still valuable, as they try to devalue me. Then what do? They send people to your house and say, come on, brother, your catalog is worth like $150 billion. You have to roll with us. And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, there's scary people and I can keep them off of you. And I'm like, I'm not scared of any of your non-scary people. Then I just became a huge problem. The problem is that I don't have any problems. The problem is I'm valuable. Look at all these people who have tried to mimic what we're doing. Yeah, it's flattering when someone is if someone is inspired by you, right? Like, that's cool. That's fine. Go do your thing. But when you have a group of angry adults who are trying to like put on the Upchurch costume and be like, I'm Upchurch, everybody look at me, fucking old girl's working. And everybody's like, dude, stop acting like Upchurch. To the point where there's legends. There's legends trying to be Upchurch Junior, bro. That is bananas. We live in a world now in the music industry. You have got to be authentic and creative to create one. Well, first off, the relationship between you and the fans, right? You and your supporters. But that is something that is a connection that just so happens to become very valuable if you stay independent. Now, what are they? Now, if it's hard to make that these days in music, then what does people have to do? They have to steal fan bases. They have to sabotage and defame the artists so other people can move in their position. Well, guess what? Ain't none of you moving in my position. In the past, people have done crazy shit to make money and get rich. People do illegal shit all the time to make money and get rich. Even in the music industry, after some rappers get semi-rich, they will use their semi-rich money to do illegal to make them even more rich. Well, guess what? We live in a day and age now where you can be mega rich, honestly and legally, without doing anything illegal. And all it is it's a hard job becoming a well-known artist, but you got to put the work in. If you put the work in, then the value will come. If you're somebody who makes all this millions of dollars legally, well, you're a target. Well, guess what? This whole people that are independent artists that are doing honestly and making all their money legally being targeted ends with me, mother. I'm going to make sure this ends. I'm going to make sure all these are exposed too.
Yeah, it is pretty nasty and it's common, bro. Whenever someone goes against the industry and they try to build up a replacement, they'll also try to take down this person and then move someone else in their spot so they can be able to keep the money going. It's a disgusting tactic and it really does happen. So is that happening with Ryan Upchurch? I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He calls out the industry on a regular basis. A lot of these fakes that are desperate to have any form of career, they do copy him and then still try to pile on and slander him or convince people not to be fans of him. It's pretty nasty. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button as well and subscribe if you haven't, especially if you want to watch more videos like this.